Okay, this is your pre-algebra video lesson for lesson 6.1, ratio and unit rates. So objectives are to find rates and unit rates and to use measures expressed as rates and products to solve problems. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is finding rates and unit rates. So some vocabulary here. A ratio, oops, that's not a highlighter, sorry about that. Here we are, a highlighter. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities by division. You can write it in three different ways. You can say ratio, this is 10 to 15. Sorry, this is not twisting. Okay. Or with these two dots here, 10.15, or as a fraction, 10 over 15. Algebraic, with algebra, right, so it would be the same thing, just instead of numbers, it's letters. A to B, A with the two dots, A to B, or the fraction. In this case, B would not be 0 because you can't divide by 0. A rate is a ratio that compares quantities in different units. So that's going to basically just be a fraction, just depending on different units. And a unit rate is a rate that has a denominator of 1. So examples of unit rates include unit cost, gas mileage, and speed. Okay, so let's use this in an example. So the first example, we're trying to find unit rates. So here we have a table, and it's a multiple choice question asking, the table shows prices for different sizes of the same dish detergent. Which size is the lowest unit cost? So if you were at Costco, you're trying to figure, or the grocery store, or at any store, trying to figure out which is the best value for my money, right? Obviously, 78 cents would be nice, but you wouldn't get that much, right? So maybe our economy seems like you're spending a lot, but maybe you're getting the most for your money, right? So if you need a lot, it would make more sense. So the best way to do this is to figure out unit rates. Then we can compare, right, by ounce. So if we can take our price and figure out, well, let's try, how much am I paying per ounce, right? So if this is 78 cents and there are 6 ounces, we would do 78 cents divided by 6, right, to get the total, this is dollars per ounce, right? So we're trying to get a unit rate of $1 per 1 ounce. So it's a unit because there's 1 in the denominator. So if we take 0.78 and divide by 6, we're paying 13 cents an ounce. Right, and let's do this again. Let's take our $1.20 and divide by 12 to see regular. How much are we paying for regular per ounce? $1.20 divided by 12 is 10 cents, right? So it's cheaper per ounce. Right, and this is something, sometimes in grocery stores they'll actually show you, if you look where the price is on the, if you're trying to compare stuff, it's hard to tell because you don't know how much it is, but a lot of times they'll include the unit price on the bottom of the label where they show the price. So the next time you go to the grocery store, look for that, and you can see it makes it easier to compare, so you don't have to do the math. But knowing the math is good. Okay, this is going to be 8 cents an ounce. Per ounce, and then let's see, do we think the economy is going to be the cheapest per ounce? 360 divided by 40, 9 cents an ounce. Okay, so it isn't the cheapest, right? So it actually makes most sense to buy which one? Family, right? Family has the lowest unit cost. So if we were at the store and we needed some detergent, it would be the best value for our money to buy the family. That is if we're going to be using that much detergent. You don't want to just buy the bulk and then have it go to waste. So lots of things to learn with unit prices. Okay, so what I want you to do for this star one is for you to try this one on your own. So I just did this example for you. Whenever in all the lessons too, whenever you see the star here, that means you're going to try this on your own. So what I want you to do is pause the video, until I'm done explaining though. Pause the video and then get out a piece of paper and try this on your own, right? A car goes 425 miles on 12.5 gallons of gas. Find the unit rate. So how many, what's the unit for how far does he go on 1 gallon? Okay, so do that unit rate on your own. So pause the video. Then what I'm going to do is have the answer when you get back. Okay, so pause it, try it on your own, and then check your answer. Okay, did you pause? Okay, here's the answer. So if you took 425 miles divided by 12.5 gallons, that means you're getting 34 miles for every gallon of gas. Okay, here is another example. A turtle swims at a rate of 10 miles per hour. How many feet will it swim in 5 minutes? Okay, so this is going to be taking some conversions, right? So we have 10 miles per hour. We want to know how many feet it will swim in 5 minutes. So our goal is to get feet per 5 minutes. Okay, so to get rid of miles, we need to put miles on the bottom, and we need feet on the top. We know I gave you the unit rate for this, so this is a rate right there. This is a rate. This is a ratio that's comparing two different units. Okay, so we have 5,280 feet in 1 mile, and then our miles are going to cancel the unit miles. Okay, so that means we have, let's see here, let me erase this. I'm trying to get to minutes too on the bottom. Okay, so we have feet at the top. Let's multiply this across. So multiply this across. 5,280 times 10 is 52,800. Okay, and this is feet per hour. Okay, but we want feet, first we need feet per minute, then we can multiply by 5 to get 5 minutes. We want the minutes on the bottom, which means we have to get hours out. So how many minutes are in an hour? We have 60 minutes in 1 hour. So our hours, we put the hours on top because we want to cancel them. This is on the bottom, this is on the top, they cancel. So we can multiply across. This is 52,800 divided by 60. So that's how many feet per minute. So let's put that in our calculator. Divide by 60, and we get 880 feet per minute. The question is asking how many feet will it swim in 5 minutes. So that's every minute. We can multiply this by 5. And we get 4,400 feet in 5 minutes. Okay. So try this one on your own. Complete this. If I have 3.5 quarts per minute, what's the equivalent gallon per hour if there are 4 quarts in a gallon? Okay, so try this one on your own and then check back for the solution. Okay, so hopefully you got 52.5 gallons per hour. I know this method might be a little bit confusing. Another way to just think about it is, right, if you have 3.5 quarts every minute, like say you're pouring something, right? 3.5 quarts per minute, right? If there's 1 minute, it's 60 minutes in every hour, right? You just multiply, right? 3.5 times 60. That'll give you how many quarts you pour out in an hour, right? And that would be 210. Okay, and that would be quarts per hour. But then what if we want gallons per hour? If you have 210 quarts and there are 4 quarts in a gallon, then you just have to divide that by 4 to get gallons, and you have 52.5 gallons per hour, which is essentially what this does here, right? It multiplies by 60, divides by 4. Okay, moving on to our last example. A company has a job that will take 240 person days. So this is, instead of divide, right, person per hour or something, or quart per hour, where you're dividing, this person days is just multiplying. So these units are being multiplied. Company has a job that will take 240 person days to complete. That means if one person did it, right, it would take 240 days. How many workers are needed to complete the job in 30 days? right? So if you want to do it, if you just hired one person, it would take 240 days. How many people do I have to hire if I want it done in 30 days? Well, you would just take your 240 days each person takes and then divide that by 30. And so you would get 8 people. Okay? Right, there's 240 days and you need to get that down to 30 days. So you need to divide your 240 people into 30 and you get 8 people. Okay, so try this one on your own. Push pause and then check back for the answer. All right, hopefully you got 9 workers. Not too bad, right? All right, and that's the end. There is your homework for this.